going to be kind of a fun thing. I'm sure they've received scores of awards. I know they have. And if you guys would just take a seat here, we're going to do a few things. We're going to introduce you. I'm going to ask you hard questions about your personal life. And you've got so many years that you've got good things to tell us, and you've all done something spectacular in your life, and we want to honor you. It's one of the things I'd like to do each year is find people who have done, had great achievements or even great character, and show them that we appreciate them. So go ahead and hit it. Time ago, in the distant past, a few brave souls ventured into the unknown to bring a bold new world to life. That world was known as alternative medicine. They braved ridicule, lawsuits, regulatory boards, mocking and scorning by those of conventional medicine. To those who have ventured to go where few have gone, leading the way for many of us, who now recognize and honor the few, the brave, the alternative pioneers of 2015. Dr. Gary Gordon, Dr. Robert Rowan, Dr. Adriana Schwartz, and Burton Goldberg. So, who are these great stars anyway? Dr. Gordon, father of chelation. Robert Rowan, father of medical freedom, he's been called. Burton Goldberg, the voice of alternative medicine. Adriana Schwartz, that Europe's medical star. So it's great to have them here. It's great to know a little bit more about them. We want to tribute to their perseverance, foresight, encouragement, and contribution. I should be standing a little more in the light. I don't want to hide Burton. Okay, Dr. Robert Rowan, I'm going to hand the mic to Gary Gordon, and he is just going to tell us all sorts of secrets he knows about Robert. Or you can just say some nice things about him. So, Gary, it's your turn.
We are so lucky to have Dr. Robert Rowan in our fight, because this man has no fear, and he is 100% dedicated to the truth and to helping the patient. He never thinks what is in him for it financially. It's what's in it for the patient. We all are so lucky to have somebody with his degrees who's willing to stand up and fight. And Robert Rowan is a truth seeker who doesn't care what it costs, how much energy it takes. He gets on the plane, he goes there, and we are just so lucky to have you with the alternative medicine field, because without you, we would be this big, and you've opened the doors big time. Thank you, Dr. Rowan.
Robert Rowan, would you say a few kind words? It's hard to follow, but I know he's got a lot that he can give.
Well, not to poke fun at this man, he is the master of chelation therapy. He's the granddaddy. When I need a mentor to know about metals or chelation, this is the guy I turn to. He is one of the founders of ACAM. He was on the board of directors of IOMA, International Oxidation Medicine Association, before it folded into ACAM. To me, he has done more than probably most of us here combined, including myself. I know you said nice things about myself, but to me it pales in comparison to the energy, the vibrance, the education, the fight of Gary Gordon. The fight. He has set up the FACT Forum, and the FACT Forum has been incredible as an exchange. May you be with us for another 70 plus years, Gary, and continuing to fight for us. Thanks.
Burton, it's a real honor to have you here as a pioneer in alternative medicine. What I wanted to do is share with you some information about Burton before he got interested in this particular field. He spent a few years jotting down notes from his memoirs, and I'd like to share with you the type of man he was and what got him interested in healthcare. Sometimes very unfortunate things happen in our lives and they change the way that we do things. And this happened to Burton in 1976. The daughter of a very special friend of his attempted suicide. She had mental health problems. And Burton was very keen on trying to help her to figure out what was wrong. He took her to Barry Saltzman, is that right? He took her to a doctor who did basically a glucose tolerance test on her. And he found out that she was hypoglycemic. That was the problem. And with vitamin therapy and good nutrition, she turned to become a normal, healthy person who has a number of children right now, is living quite happily. Burton was so impressed that you can actually help someone with nutrition and vitamin therapy that he devoted the rest of his life, the next 40 years of his life, to actually learning more about this. It's such an honor here for me to recognize you. The thing about Burton that I admire the most is he has such a passion for living. It just pales with most of the people I know. He walks his talk and he says it like it is. He's incredibly brave and he's done so much. Thank you very much, Burton.
Adriana Schwartz, Chilean by birth, Spanish by passport, world citizen by conviction. More than 30 years of professional experience in Africa, Asia, America, and Europe, and served with several ONGs in the United Nations, majored in gynecology and obstetrics and pain management, fluent in English, French, Portuguese, Russian, and Spanish. Match that one, huh? Out of the blue, in 2006, the regional Madrid health ministry persecuted her for practicing ozone therapy. With no reason and in spite of having legal authorization, she was harassed and threatened with fines, closing her facility, and during 2 long years, for the only crime she had made was using ozone as a medical treatment. She answered by founding AEROPROMO, Spanish Association of Medical Professionals in Ozone Therapy, and I'm off the International Medical Ozone Federation to take out the therapy from the banned basement in which it had been placed by the health authorities. The results are concrete. Ozone therapy practice has been regulated in 15 Spanish states out of 17. She has been the director and teacher of 16 training courses, the driving force of 5 international congresses. Dr. Adriana Schwartz works as a physician in her own private practice, as a leader in the ozone therapy associative world, and as a researcher and a disseminator of the therapy, but above all, she is an apostle of the therapy. All right, if you would all stand, Ian is going to throw on the Star Wars crawl again. Where are my, come on over, come on over, come on over. No, you stay right there. Give it to him, guys. Go ahead. All right.